It is January 21st, 2021, and I'm going to go over the latest lockdown information for Colombia. Follow along. Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Again, in this video, I'm noticing that Colombia is tightening the screws. And so I read a few stories and they seem to be pertinent. I'm getting a lot of people still commenting that they want to go down for a couple of days, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. And you know, these are short trips. So you need to know who could possibly be locked down. So I want to throw this information out to you right away. First, a bit of housekeeping. If you are getting any benefit out of my videos, do me a favor, go down and hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new news, and like, of course. The more you like, the more YouTube decides to share this video. And again, for those of you guys who are helping me out with this, out of sight, brother man, thank you so much. So let's just jump right into the first story. Now, this first story, I threw this in because this has to do with the last video that I just did about being locked up overseas and locked up abroad. So get this. This is Colombia now. This is El País. The title is Foreigners who do not comply with COVID-19 measures will be expelled from the country. Migración. Any foreigner who is discovered not complying with the isolation measures decreed by the COVID-19 pandemic or involved in activities that put the health of the people of the national territory at risk may be expelled from the country, the director of Migración Colombia notified this Tuesday, Juan Francisco Espinosa Palacios. The official's position was made known after the authorities in Bogota intervened in a clandestine party in which Kennedy's sector, in which 65 people of Venezuelan nationality participated. Now, it seems like it's geared towards Venezuelan nationals, but I want to put this out there because look at the title, foreigners. If you are coming from the U.S., you are a foreigner. So adhere to this. I'm telling you, adhere to this. And if you didn't see my last video, go down and take a look at it, please. Okay, here's a story that I've been meaning to go over and discuss with you for the past few days. It's going to be a quick one. I'll just read the first paragraph, but it's entitled, Foreigners Detained in Cartagena for Presenting Falsified PCR Tests. That's right. People are actually flying with fake PCR test results. Go figure. So this one says, 3 U.S. citizens who entered Colombia on January 8th for a holiday in Cartagena were detained at immigration after they presented falsified negative PCR tests. The foreigners, 2 women and 1 man, attempted to leave the destination on a flight home and presented an immigration PCR test results acquired on the black market. So there's a black market now. When the test codes didn't match, officials from Migración Colombia contacted the laboratory directly, confirming that the results matched those of other individuals taken in October 2020. Now, I asked myself, would I do this? No, not a chance. No, not at all. No, none of us not agrees. A chance. I didn't think so. Now, what if they're checking the test results at the door of the airport and you're still on the outside? I ask you, do you run? I ask myself, would I run?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
I think we all agree.
Well, then that's just me. So anyway, let's jump into the restrictions. Okay, this one is Medellin Guru. So let's go over, as of today, where they stand right now, because again, these things change by the hour. Okay, this is something that was put out a few days ago, then updated today. So anyway, nightly curfews in Medellin and Antioquia from January 14th until the 26th. Okay, nightly curfews that started on January 14th in Medellin and Antioquia have been extended to January 26th. Also, Pico y Cédula is extended until the 26th as well. If you're not familiar with Pico y Cédula, that means the last digits of your ID, odd or even, have to match the day of the week that you're going out. According to El Colombiano, the governor of Antioquia, Anibal Ibarra, announced new coronavirus preventative measures that started on Thursday, January 14th, in an attempt to prevent the collapse of the health system. After a dialogue with the mayors of the Aburra Valley and the other subregions of Antioquia, Ibarra announced that there will be a nightly curfew for the 125 municipalities of the Department of Antioquia starting on this Thursday, January 14th, until Tuesday, January 19th, from 10 p.m. until 5 a.m. every day. This is similar to the previous nightly curfews in Medellin and Antioquia. In addition, Pico y Cédula will return in Medellin, the Aburra Valley, and the Oriente region of Antioquia starting from January 14th, which only applies to commercial activities like grocery stores and going to the bank, and does not apply to transportation like using the Medellin Metro. Editor's note, from the 15th, according to the mayor of Medellin, the curfew of Medellin starting January 15th starts at 8 p.m. on January 15th until the 18th at 5 a.m. So it's essentially a quarantine over the weekend. Note the weekend curfew started at a different time in the rest of the Iberá Valley, according to the Antiochian government on Twitter. The weekend curfew in Envigado, Sabaneta, Itagüí, Caldas, La Estrella, Bello, Copacabana, Hirado, and Barbosa now starts at 6 p.m. on January 16th until January 18th at 5 p.m. That's just a recap from his message on Twitter from the 15th. Now, as of today, according to El Colombiano, at night on January 19th, Anibal Ibarra, the governor of Antioquia, announced the extension of nightly curfews in Medellin and all of Antioquia from January 20th until the 26th. There will be nightly curfews in Medellin and Antioquia from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. each night from January 20th until the 26th. Also, Pico y Cédula is extended until the 26th as well. So nightly curfews in Antioquia, the 14th to the 26th. So here we go. January 14th, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Can't be out. January 15th, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. and Medellin starts at 8 p.m. until 5 a.m. on January 18th. Take a look at Medellin Guru. So if you can't pause this screen, take a look at Medellin Guru. All this information is up, and they update this stuff daily. His name is Jeff. I don't know how he does this, but he is the Medellin Guru as far as I'm concerned. January 16th, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. in Envigado, Sabaneta, Itagüí, Caldas, La Estrella, Bello, Copacabana, and all the rest are from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. on January 18th. January 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Don't be out, okay? So if you're thinking of going to a club and you're thinking about going down short term, do you want to stay inside, first of all? Do you want to stay inside? I mean, I love Rappy like the next guy, let me tell you. Rappy will bring me anything. But do you want to get stuck inside? Okay, so you need to know. That's for Medellin. Also, Medellin, it looks like there's a bunch of bars and restaurateurs and merchants that are holding a sit-in in Medellin also. When they do these sit-ins and these protests, they will block traffic, so for whatever part of town you're on too. So just take a look and know where they are. Most of these are on the State Department's website also, our State Department. With balloons and black T-shirts, representatives of the unions and bars, restaurants, and merchants in general gathered in the Alpuja section of Medellin to protest against the restrictive measures imposed by local department and national government. So they're protesting the curfews, the Pico y Cédula, all of this good stuff because it's hurting them financially. I get this. Now, I came up with an idea. I was thinking before I did this video, I mean, you only have so many hours in a day, right? How about if you just get 12 hours a day? What do you want your day to be? Now you have to split it up even, right? Okay, so you get 12 hours. You want to be out from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.? You may be one of the night guys. That way, half people are out at night, half of the people are out at day. Because right now what they're doing is restricting the nighttime, and that puts everybody out in the daytime together. So that's my idea. You let me know. Is that a good idea? I mean, I'm telling you, I should have been in public office. But I had a rough childhood in D.C. Anyway, okay, curfew, Bogota. This is according to the city paper. And look at that. I mean, it looks like D.C. here. Curfew for Bogota and lockdown next weekend, announces Mayor Lopez. Bogota's 9 million residents will be placed under strict quarantine for the third and last weekend of January in order to lower ICU occupancy in city hospitals. The measures announced by the mayor, Claudia Lopez, will be accompanied as of Tuesday night by curfews starting at 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. The restrictions include a ban on alcohol sales in supermarkets and stores during the same hours as the curfew, yet beer, wine, and other spirits can be purchased from home delivery. Rappi, you don't know what Rappi is? Rappi is the delivery app, and they bring you everything. It's like they bring you money, they'll bring you liquor, they'll bring you food, what you want. As the Colombian capital grapples with a sharp increase in new cases from coronavirus and ICU occupancy for COVID-19, patients on Monday reached 94%. Wow, 1,862 beds used. The measure will be enforced until January 28th. Bogota has a total of 2,391 ICUs. The identity card and restriction Pico y Cédula and license plate restriction Pico y Placa. So they're doing the cars and the cards. and the car. Okay, so your pico y placa is card. That's your ID, and then the pico y plata is your plate. For your driver's. For your car. Now, if you're not driving, you don't have to worry about that. Just whatever taxi will be out on the right day. Just know that. Quick one. This is from Yahoo. Business protest in Colombia ahead of virus lockdown. So they are protesting this. They are fighting as best they can. Tell me if my idea is good. 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Half the people out during the day, the other half at night. Most you guys anyway don't want to be out till night anyway, right? And most of the clubs on the weekend anyway go to 6 a.m. anyway. They don't get popping till midnight. So why not give half the people the night and half the people the day? I mean, and maybe you can switch on and off. I don't know. They need some type of calculation to decide, can you go out? Can you go to this party? Oh, no, I can't go Friday night. That ain't my night. Something like that. I'm just saying. Okay, Bogota, Colombia, dozens of merchants protest Wednesday in Colombia's capital of Bogota against the local government's restrictions meant to stop the spread of the coronavirus. The protesters carried signs implying that the measures forcing them to keep their businesses closed will make them go bankrupt. The city is set to experience a third weekend in a row under strict lockdown. Thousands of companies in Bogota ceased operations in 2020, according to the Observatory for COVID Monitoring and Reactivation. The economic sectors most affected in the third quarter of 2020 were lodging and food service, constructions and manufacturing, according to the statement from the Bogota Chamber of Commerce. So they're protesting because it's hurting them. Obviously, if you go out of business, it's going to affect everything. It's the ripple effect. So I understand they need to keep things open. Tourists are still coming. You guys are still coming. It's just, I wanted to throw this out for you guys who are short timers. I mean, I'm not trying to sway you. Remember, I'm never trying to sway you one way or another. I just want to give you up-to-date information and be the source that you can find for updated information to decide whether or not you want to go down. It's all on you. Guys and gals. There's a few girls that want to go down too. So, and hey, and asking me, is it safe? I say Medellin's safe. Again, look at my older video that I did with Gail on single female living in Medellin, as well as a family I did with the Joneses down there, a family that moved down together. So take a look at my older videos. Okay, measures in Cartagena begin to rule from this Monday. Okay, the selective isolation is extended and the peak and cedula will be applied, as well as the curfew and dry law. You know what dry law means? They're not selling liquor. You can still get it delivered though. In Cartagena, the measures to avoid contagions by COVID-19, such as the curfew and dry law and the Pekin ID, came into effect since Monday. The district mayor, William Daou, issued Decree 0038 on January 15, 2021, which also extends selective isolation and responsible individual distancing from 100 hours until 100 hours on January 16th at 100 hours until February 2nd, 2021. The president affirmed, and again, the president is a mayor. They call the mayor when you see them interchanging the words. So the president of our Cartagena is the mayor. The president affirmed that the objective is also avoiding reaching the maximum capacity limit for intensive care beds, which this Friday reached 62%. I don't think it's an answer just to say we got more beds. Come on in. I mean, they got to figure it out. I like my 12 on, 12 off. Again, you comment and let me know. The curfew will be from Sunday to Thursday from 11 p.m. until 5 a.m. the next day. On Fridays and Saturdays, it will be from 12 at night until 5 in the morning the next day. Again, I wanted to throw this information out as soon as possible to give you up-to-date information on whether or not you want to go down or not. And if you're there, how long is it going to last? I know a bunch of you guys were stuck in Bogota. You decided to go to Cartagena, and now there's tightening the screws too. If you come back to Medellin, you can't go out at night, overnight for a while anyway. And all of these things are relative to the amount of cases of COVID that are going up. And guess what? It's still going up. Normally, Medellin don't tell you till Friday. At least you know ahead of time. I think a lot of people complained about that, being told on Friday afternoon at 5 that they're going to lock it up at 8 o'clock. So he's doing it early this time, but it's still locked down. So you need to know. Again, if I'm offering any information of benefit, do me a favor. Go down and hit the subscribe button, click the bell to be alerted of any new videos. If you're getting use out of my videos, share. Sharing is caring. Appreciate you guys. Be safe.
We have a YouTube channel. Like it. Please comment and share if you liked the video. Please subscribe and kick the bell.